Hello, good morning. This is Nas from NB Network Lessons. Welcome. Hope all of my students are doing well and in high spirits. Today is the continuation of pre-algebra algebra lesson number 3. If you've been following me in my last couple of lectures, I have explained, I have discussed, I have given you examples of what real numbers are, rational numbers are, irrational numbers, whole numbers, natural numbers, integers, and prime numbers. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do some practice. Okay, we're going to write some numbers on the board and we're going to try to identify them if they classify as real, rational, irrational, whole, integer, prime, and so forth. So are you guys ready for that? Let's go ahead and have some fun. All right. 30. Is 30 a real number? Yes, it is. Is 30 a rational number? Yes, it is. Is it irrational? No. Is it a whole number? Yes. It is an integer? Yes. Is it a prime number? That is a question for you. Think about it just for a second. If you recall, the definition of prime number is that a number which can be divided by only one in itself. Let me say it again. Prime numbers are numbers which can be only divided by 1 in itself. Can you divide 30 by any other numbers? Of course I can. I can think of divided by 2. I can divide it by 5. I can divide it by 6. I can divide it by 10. I can divide it by 15. So it is not a prime number. Okay? And this is an exam question, by the way. Let's go ahead and dive in. And next number, 0. Is 0 a real number? Yes, it is. Because you can say, hey, I have $0. So it is something which touches the reality. So that's why. Is it a rational number? Yes, it is. Okay. It is an irrational number? No, it's not. Okay. Is 0 a whole number? Yes, it does qualify for whole number. Is 0 an integer? Yes, it is. Is 0 a prime number? No, it's not. So if you recall the definition of integer are all those numbers, positive or negative numbers, which can be written on x-axis, including 0, but no decimals. Okay, so always remember that. All right, next one is 0.50. Okay, is it a real number? Of course it is. It is a rational number? Yes, it is. Is it irrational number? No, it's not. Okay, is it a whole number? No, it's not. Whole numbers gotta be like 1, 2, 3, 4, something which you can like hold it in your hand. All right, but fractions are not whole number, so no. Is it an integer? Of course not. I just gave you the definition of integers. Is it a prime number? Of course it's not a prime number. All right, moving on. How about this number, negative 3/8? All right, that's a tricky one. Yes, it is a real number because even if it's negative, it has a negative sign, but it is real number in the world, because if you have a negative balance in your bank, okay, they're going to say you have a negative $100 balance. So yes, it is basically, it touches the real world. Okay, it is a rational. Yes, it is a rational number. Okay, it is irrational. No, it's not irrational. Okay, is it a whole number? Of course not. It's a whole number. Is it an integer? No, it's not. Is it a prime number? Nope, it's not. Okay, moving on to the next one. 1. Okay, is 1 a real number? Of course it is. Is it a rational number? Of course it is. It is an irrational number? No. Is it a whole number? Yes. Is it an integer? Of course you can write it down on x-axis. Is it a prime number? No. According to definition of prime number, a number which can be divisible by itself and 1, but not 1. Okay, so it's not a prime number. So these are the small things, minor things, which you have to remember, and it's so easy to make a mistake in exam. But if you listen to my lecture 2 or 3 times, you will engrave this in your mind, and my hope is that you get 100 out of 100 on your exam. How about pi? Pi is basically, the value of pi is 3.1459, and it keeps on going, right? And I've explained you in detail, what exactly pi is. Pi is basically a ratio of the length of the circumference of a circle and diameter. Okay. So is it a real number? No, it's not. It does not fit the definition of real numbers. Okay. Is it a rational number? No, I'm sorry. This number is real. Okay. 3.145 is real. Is it a rational number? No, it's not. It is an irrational number. Yes, it is an irrational number. Is it a whole number? Nope, it's not. Is it an integer? Nope, it's not. Is it a prime number? Nope, it's not. How about 2.12? Is it a real number? Yes, even though it has a decimal in it, but in real world you can identify, I have $2.50. I have $2.12. So that is what makes it real. Okay. Is it rational? Yes, it is. Is it irrational? Nope, it's not irrational. Is it whole number? Nope, it's not. Is it integer? Nope, no. Is it a prime number? Nope, it's not. Okay, so you guys want to do some more, maybe 2 or 3 more, get some more practice? Okay, I'm up for that. If you're up for that, I'm up for that, because I love teaching. And the reason I love teaching is because every time I teach something, I learn something. Okay. All right. So how about negative 2.5? Is that a real number? Yes, it is. Like I said, if you have a balance of $2.50, which is negative in your balance, yes, you can relate with that. So that is why it's real number. Is it rational? Yes, it is. Okay. Irrational? Nope. Whole number? Nope. Integer? Nope. Prime number? Nope. I'm going to do one last. Okay. And this is going to be on your exam most likely. Negative under root of 2. Okay. If you take the square root of 2, you get 1.4142, and it never ends. Okay. But in this case, it's going to have a negative sign on it. Is it a real number? Yes. Even though it's going to be negative 1.4142, you can relate to that. You can have a balance of negative $1.41 and so forth. So yeah, it does classify as real number. Is it rational number? I ask you, is it a rational number? No, it's not a rational number. Is it irrational number? Yes, it is. It is an irrational number, because in irrational numbers, you can have, like for example, under root of 2, 1.142, it keeps on going. If the numbers after the decimal, for example, in this one, 1.4142, those numbers should be non-repeating. Okay. So if I say 1.444, that's not going to qualify as irrational. In the irrational numbers, the numbers after the decimal have to be non-repeating. Okay. So that is irrational numbers, my friends. Is it a whole number? Nope, it is not. Is it an integer? Nope, it's not. Is it a prime number? Nope, it's not. So take a good look of this. Take a snapshot of this. Listen to my lecture 2 or 3 times. To my students, I encourage that. Engrave everything in your mind before you walk into exam room, before you have a test, and make 100 out of 100, and impress me and let me know if this helped you in your exam. Not just me, impress your parents, impress your friends, impress your teacher, okay? Impress the world. That is what your goal should be. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.